And welcome to the 2012 commencement ceremony for the North Carolina Central University School of Law. I am TGreg Doucette, the outgoing president of the Student Bar Association. And there's a lot of pressure for the first person to talk at a venue like this. There's pressure to be funny by pointing out that sitting next to the valedictorians is the closest I will ever get to a high GPA. Pressure to be informative, to silence all cell phones and try to use these roped off areas for your pictures. But above all, pressure to be brief. So I'm going to take roughly 5 minutes of your time this morning to provide some context for what you're going to witness this afternoon. You see, it was roughly a year ago, in March of 2011, when my predecessor in this position gave a speech at our annual Law Week banquet that he had entitled, "Where Are the Leaders?" It was the class of 2011's way of gently complaining about the class of 2012, that in their eyes, we hadn't adequately stepped up. Now, the speech got a lot of applause by the 3Ls at the time, but myself and my classmates were left wondering what grade of street pharmaceuticals they had been smoking. Because, you see, we knew that we had in our class folks like Jermaine Austin. Mr. Austin, where are you? Jermaine, stand up for a minute. Now, Mr. Austin is not only an 8-year veteran of the United States Army, is not only graduating with the Navy, graduating with the MBA. But as president of our Black Law Students Association, he has been the driving force behind many of the largest events held at the law school this year. When the Trayvon Martin tragedy happened in Florida, it was Mr. Austin working behind the scenes to mobilize his fellow presidents and put together a rally attended by hundreds of people from the law school, the university, and the surrounding community. Mr. Austin, thank you. See, the class of 2012 also had folks like Ms. Jillian Mack. Ms. Mack, where are you? ABA recognized Ms. Mack as one of the top 10 representatives in the country, in the United States. And it was in that role that Ms. Mack put together standing-only events on access to the civil justice system, judicial clerkships, mental health, and our very first speed networking event connecting our students with our alumni. Ms. Mack, thank you. Next to her is Ms. LaToya Love. Now, we have a lot of people who are champions in the courtroom, and Ms. Love is one of those. The medallion around her neck is for her work on the Move Court Board. This year, Ms. Love and her teammate Rita Siadu took the bronze medal in the law school's very first international Move Court competition. And I don't just mean a competition on international law, but against international teams from places like China and the United Kingdom. That also gave Ms. Love the unique distinction of being the only person on the Move Court Board to win some kind of award in every single competition that she entered. Being designated as the best oral advocate and best overall when she tried out for the team, as well as the best oral advocate at a nationwide competition held at Howard University, where she beat some schools you may or may not have heard of, like Harvard, Columbia, and Duke. Thank you. While we're on the topic of competitions, I want to recognize 2 evening students, Mr. Bryce Bratcher and Ms. Elise Bouchard. Now, Mr. Bratcher and Ms. Bouchard, please stand up, thank you. They were on our intellectual property Move Court team that took first place in the regional competition, advancing to nationals, where they came in second against law schools all across the country. Now, there are 200 schools in this country, ladies and gentlemen. They came in second place. North Carolina Central University. We also have folks who not only are legal leaders, but are leaders in their community. People like Quentin Bird, who is not only a future lawyer, but has been a public school teacher, a mentor to the community, and active in his church ministry. Folks like Garfield Hinton, who is not only a future lawyer, but a prolific writer, whose published works have been read by tens of thousands of people across the country. People like Andrew Dykers, who is not only a future leader, but is also an acclaimed musician. We've got an album on iTunes you have to check out when you get home. He's played packed venues across the United States. We have people like Marlon Jenkins and J.B. Craddock. Both of these guys are not only serving their nation with distinction in the United States Army. Mr. Jenkins is a captain, and Mr. Craddock is a major. They are both future warriors, graduated with honors, and have still somehow found the time to be academic tutors and mentors to our underclassmen, helping train next year's legal scholars. Gentlemen, thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, I have a whole stack of index cards here for the class of 2012. I will keep going, but they won't give me the time. But that's our class. You see, everybody has been a leader in their own areas of expertise. Everybody has stepped up to the plate. And it's because of their work that the North Carolina Central University School of Law is being left a better place than it was when we came here in August of 2009. So I'll close with this. Dr. Cornel West once said, and I quote, "You can't lead the people if you don't love the people. And you can't save the people if you won't serve the people." Having spent the past 3 years of my life studying with, working with, occasionally partying with these graduates, I can tell you with certainty the people are going to be in very good hands. When they leave this room today, the class of 2012 will go forward as advocates in the city, this state, and in this nation. And if you ever hear anybody ask you again, where are the leaders? All you have to do is give one of us a call. Thank you for being here today. Congratulations.